All right, so here we have a little more complicated one. Uh, I think we're going to first graph it, and then after that, it's going to be easy to determine the domain and evaluate and stuff like that. Evaluating we can do directly, but I think determining the domain, if we graph it, it's going to be a little bit easier. So, um, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to graph it in one color. Let's graph it and say maybe a light green. And I'm just going to do the whole graph. And then after that, I'll go back and limit it to what my values are, as far as from negative to negative. So y equals x is going to be my first one. And so when I do that, where's my there it is. So y equals x. So I have a first one here, then it'll go 2, 2, and then so on. And then it's going to go negative, and it's going to go like this. And so basically, we're going to have something like that. Okay. And again, this isn't the final graph. This is just to get us to kind of where we need to be. And really, it kind of should go through those. Now, y equals 1. Okay. Well, y equals 1, that's going to be the equation, basically. We're a little high on all of it, but that's okay. That's this one. And then this is really going to be, instead of 2 minus x, let's say it's going to be a minus x plus 2. So at 2, we're going to have a point where there it is. So at 2, we have a point. That's going to be the intercept, and then we're going to go down 1, right 1. So that's going to be about here. And down 1, right 1. So it's going to be about here. And so that's going to look, something like that. All right, so that's kind of all the lines if we do them all to the extreme, but they're not all extremes. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, now let's make it bright so we can see it. Minus 2 to minus 1. So minus 2 to minus 1. Now, where's there it is. Minus 2 to minus 1. It's only this region here. And so we're going to go from here to a minus 1. That's this little short piece here. So it's a closed circle, open circle. And from minus 1 to 1, that's going to be from here, and it's going to be open circle to open circle. So it's going to be here. And then from 1 to 3, so that's going to be this line here. So from 1 to 3, 3 is going to be here. So it's going to be closed circle. And that actually makes this one a closed circle. And so that comes down like that. Okay, so this is kind of more like what we have for our graph. Now the domain then is from what? Well, it looks like from minus 2 rather, to 3. So domain is from minus 2 to 3. What is negative 2? F of negative 2. Well, f of negative 2 is going to be equal to a negative 2. And now we could plug that in. If we look at negative 2 up here, where is that? That goes on this first piece, and plug a negative 2 here, you get negative 2. F of 0. Well, that's going to be on this one, and that should be a 1. Okay, so f of 0 should be 1. Well, where is 0? It's at 1. That's good. And then the last one, f of 2. Well, 2 should be in this one, so that should be a 0, and well, that's about right where that is at about a 0, and so that should be a 0. Okay, now what is the range? Well, it looks like it's going from negative 2, so here we go, range. It's going from negative 2 up to, it looks like a 1. And that would be kind of our range, because we do include the over here on this one, we include the 1 here. So it's going from negative 2 up to that 1. So that one's a little more complicated. And again, I wanted to kind of show you what all the lines would look like. But then when we get done, it really is only this little piece right in here that actually is our piecewise function. All right, so let's stop there and we'll come back for some more.